I wasn't. Treat me like a cousin. I'm from California. Speak a little southern. Cheap about a dozen. Can you keep a secret? Look who in my recent. She's so indecent. You don't want no beef with. You don't want no beef with.
Damn, you talk to me wild like they ain't try to be down. Like when y'all 12, you wasn't trying to be cow.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Sideline. We've got to look at the head coach of the visiting Raiders. His side, one of the hottest teams in the league over the last few months. They've won 9 of their last 10. Leading the opposing sideline, a man who needs little introduction. That's Chiefs head coach Andy Reid. These guys mired in a losing streak, hoping a trip home is going to help them snap out of it. With Brock Ewer, I'm Kate Scott. It's going to be Harrison Butker to get us started. And we're off and running from Arrowhead. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. It's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Gain of 15 there. And that's a Vegas first down. The first carry here for Ashton Genty. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
This is Genty on second. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. It'll work doubly as difficult now after that holding call. It's 2nd and 20. Setting up to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. 3rd and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The rookie from Michigan, there that time.
A.J. Cole in punt formation for the Raiders.
So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Their loss last week, it really isn't on him. He had a great game. He checked off a lot of the boxes they had for him in the game plan going in, especially the one at the top, Kate.
His first throw is an interception. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. And they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Another give here to Jency. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On third down, Jency. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders parlay the interception into points. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Carlson good on the extra point. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. The Chiefs and Rashee Rice readying for a new series on offense. And he's been having such a great season in this offense. You can see, actually top 5 in the league in receiving touchdowns so far. And get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Mahomes on first and 10. Right back to Rice, not again. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Now a moment to check out his numbers catching that football last week. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I love about that play call? It's simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Going on first down, Mahomes. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Offense getting set. Here's first and 10.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Walker now from the gun. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're set backwards on first down. A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. It's dropped underneath, Walker. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Here he is on 3rd and short. He finds Worthy, complete. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Extra point by Bucker is up and good. And the Chiefs tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Trey Tucker to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Raiders headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. Throwing the out route complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Well, so far, they've got to be pretty happy with how he's been leading their offense. It has been a great start.
And I'd hesitate to say it's only going to get better, especially if they really decide to keep running this offense through that quarterback's arm.
Back to pass on 2nd and short. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Back to Genty. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Going to the ground again on first. This is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. A pickup of 17. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. Trying to throw this from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. They give up the gun. It's Genty. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
And he's going to get this down to the 9, and that puts him in goal to go.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Hauled in. Again, it's Bowers. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders take a second quarter lead. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Raiders kicking team is out there and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. Escapes the defender. And he's stopped on the run back of the 27. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he will get this inside the 30.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
Kansas City Chiefs.
1st and 10. It's Mahomes. Finds the in route complete. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
19 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Working inside the red zone. Second and long. Need to give themselves a shot for 3rd. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He is caught, Jalen Royals. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Tucker now on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Raiders and running back Ashton Genty headed back out there. And midway through the season, you can see he's pacing the NFL running backs and receiving touchdowns. A real versatile player for them on offense. Gets him on the out route. We'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
That's complete to Bowers outright. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's a Vegas first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On first down, Genty. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Straight ahead with Genty. He is down to the 30-yard line. He gets 16 yards on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
16 yards.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down. He got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun dip here to Genty. And he gets a few on the punch forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Cut out left. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He got it, that's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Genty. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. 2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Genty again. And he won't get anything this time. They stop him at the 4. Can't manage positive yardage there, and it leaves them with 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Gets out of trouble. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal. Now, Brock, things are dead even as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Carlson's kick is good, and they've taken back the lead.
What a season this guy's having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Returning it from the 4. He lost the football, and the fumble recovery is made. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
At the Chiefs' 20-yard line.
Here's a throw. And down he goes. The Chiefs got to him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Buster earning some high fives on that one. They're going to down this kick at the 3. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a walker run. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports. Well, the teams are ready, the fans are ready. Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Out comes Kansas City. Its offense has it first to start quarter number 3. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be fiery to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. He's just going to huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Still at the 40 here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. Finds a little room there. Gets him about 3 yards. They're up to the 43.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows 100-fold with your teammates.
And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. He'll throw it. And they don't get the catch they need there. That hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Now throw to start the drive. Complete over the middle. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
That one's complete over the middle. He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. I'll throw it. He's got a man left. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today. Because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. 3rd and long for him here. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock, as safety really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. One of the tight ends motions right. Walker on 1st down. And this is a tough one. Met back at his own 2-yard line for the loss. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock Brock. That means third down coming up.
No gain on the play. Leads to third and 11.
Running with Walker again. And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety.
You could just feel it, right? Right off the snap, you just got that sense at the line of scrimmage. When those big guys defensively win it right off the jump, right at the line of scrimmage down here at the goal line, well, they've got a chance to put 2 points on their ledger. That's well done by those big boys defensively.
Fields this at the 19. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire, getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's second down.
It's a pickup for 6. Brings up second and 4.
Genty from the gun. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach third down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. Third and short.
And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And we got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders. You sign him for it.
And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10. Now a give on the counter. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up second and 7.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
And he's across for the touchdown, and that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside. Defense.
Now they got to the end zone with that free play partner, so they will, of course, decline the offsides and take those points. Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders push the lead up to 12.
46. Chiefs 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And their last drive reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points. So trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. This is Royals working left side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
At the 30-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped cold at the spot. So he'll keep paid for that one. But hey, still enough for that first down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Kansas City Chiefs.
First down throw, Mahomes. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Another throw for Mahomes. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this third quarter. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Throw here, third down. He's got the first down grab. I'm still going. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still fourth down.
An 8-yard gain.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. He finds Worthy, complete. And they make the tackle at the 38. Offense is set. First and 10.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Short pass brought in. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs now within one score in the fourth. Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs trim the deficit down to 5.
26. Chiefs, 21.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Making some progress here. And he goes out of bounds, short of the 45, but still in excellent shape across the 40. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to one score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. First play is going to be a give to Jency. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Throwing now on first down. Throwing the out route complete. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. And off to Jency. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Only 2 yards, and it brings up second and 8.
Brings up second and 8.
Giving this to Jency. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop it, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Solid run in here. That's 9 yards as he brings up second down.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away. Incomplete. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Might shift to the run here, 3rd and inches. Going to keep this one and go. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down, and they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
On the ground, Jency. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
He gets it again. And he's in this time. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders push the lead up to 12. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. This makes it up to the 25. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. To the air, Mahomes. We've got a screen to the running back. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. 1 play in, and they are already close to midfield.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Kansas
1st and 10. It's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. Working quickly here.
Xavier Worthy. 8 yards on the pickup.
Throwing again, Mahomes. And in the hands of his running back, Walker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Again, Mahomes to throw. It's inside the 10. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Offensive line fast.
A gain of 17 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs.
Inside the red zone. And this is going to be a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs now within 1 score in the 4th. Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Tucker now on the return. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. Well, that touchdown, Brock, certainly has to make him reevaluate some things now. With this small of a lead and all 3 timeouts remaining on that other sideline, what are you thinking? Work the clock, or do you get aggressive for a score?
Honestly, Kate, we think through these game management situations, but as a player, you are just living in the present. Execute every play to the best of your possibilities, and you know offensively, this game right now is in your hands.
The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Complete out to the right. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. They'll run it with Jeanty. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. We'll get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Another give here to Jeanty. And he's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He's back to throw. It's complete. This is Bowers. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Raiders stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th.
Touchdown!
Carlson now to add 1 more.
Daniel Carlson on for the point after.
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Raiders push the lead up to 12. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. As this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs need to score quickly. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Finds his man Gray. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. No timeouts and down 2 scores. They've got to find points quickly here. It's 1st and 10.
First down. Yellow. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds him on the slant. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line.
More yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
They motion the tight end over. Back to the air, Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Man in motion here. Throwing now. He gets it to us. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone in line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Tight end going in motion here. First down throw, Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ranging near a minute to play. 2nd and 10. Another throw for Mahomes. Oh, he lost the football. Disaster. So we have a pause here. Inside 2 minutes, all reviews come from the booth. And they want to take one more look. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Complete beyond the marker. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. He'll come up on 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 once again from the 12-yard line.
2nd and 10.
He's going to throw it again. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you have a great chance to win.
Ooh, very fortunate. That didn't go as a turnover. And that brings up 4th and long. All right, here we go. They nearly gave it away on the pick, but the offense still out there. They're looking for 6. Desperation time here on 4th. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. Well, everyone's been wondering, Brock, will this be the week? Is this going to be the week that the streak ends? Well, nope. Chain another one on as the rest of the league keeps wondering, will these guys ever lose again?
Yeah, they're the team that everyone wants that shot at, right?
Yeah.
A chance to snap the streak, but then no one's been able to truly stand in front of. It's going to take a special type of performance, 60 minutes plus, from a special team to finally hand these guys an L.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners, as we say so long from Kansas City.